honest. I was trying a boss battle, and I think I may have been kicked off my. This is the third time I was kicked off the stream. Which sucks. Um, and I lost a lot of data because I kind of had to go back to my load thing. So yeah, this really sucks. But what irritates me the most is I lost the recording and it stopped streaming and I didn't even realize it. Granted, I have not been great with doing my highlights on Twitch, but still, they kind of sucks. But I only have 2 levels to. Okay, so I'm going to be starting over at level 80, and I've made it to like 492. Which is kind of crappy. I'm definitely going to have to move my PlayStation. I'm going to have to get some type of something to boost the signal, because eventually I might turn my bedroom into an office, and that's where I'll be doing the computer from. And I'll be doing content creation and whatnot. So yeah, I guess I'll need to. I want to get my own receiver anyways for my internet, so that I can turn. God, I hate Xfinity. I mean, I think I was at 1 gig for my internet, because they had this deal where it was cheaper to get 1 gig. They didn't have any offers for 500, and it was cheaper to go with 1,000 as opposed to 800, which is insane. But that will last me for about a year. But I'll need to get a internet router receiver that will have some type of booster thing. Maybe it's because it's so late in the or early in the morning. But it's almost like 3:30. Okay. I'm actually going to post this to my I think it's still called Epilepsy Girl Games Badly. Which eventually I'm going to create a new YouTube channel that deals with stuff like epilepsy and the stuff I was talking about in the stream. Because the beginning part of the title of before I indicated which game I was playing and my goal for the game, it was had one of the weird parents, EG Talks, which stands for Epilepsy Girl. Which Epilepsy Girl or Epilepsy Girl Geeks is my main, is basically the tag for my content creation. It's a little different on TikTok. I have a TikTok, but it's a little different than Epilepsy Girl Geeks. Epilepsy Girl Geeks is what I came up with on Instagram, and I think it works better. I'm just having a hard time coming up with a title that indicates everything I'll be covering, because it will be, because I'm trying to promote information about epilepsy laws that are before local, state, and before Congress on the local, state, and federal level. And also trying to get your lawmakers on the Epilepsy Caucus, which I believe is under education in most states. But, like, it's something where if you're interested about what I have to say, about what I'm talking about, just leave a comment. If you would subscribe or follow, that would also be great. And, but yeah, leave a comment under this video, or send me a direct message, send me a DM, and because the goal is to get people on the state, on the federal level, to get them to promote epilepsy safe schools, which the small part of it is to have all the staff from all the teachers down to probably even the people who work in the office, and all the other differences, to know what to do when a seizure is happening. It's not a specific type of school for people with seizures. I actually went to a very similar school myself when I was in high school. It was in Connecticut, and they had a special disability program where you would meet before people. You would have like, I think, a yearly meeting with regards to how you're improving on your disability, and how your epilepsy, and I imagine with epilepsy safe schools they would probably also be keeping track on how, whether your seizures are going up, going down, or you're having just different seizures. Because there's more to epilepsy and there's more to seizures than what they show in hospital traumas. Actually, what they do in hospital traumas is it's basically, okay, here's what not to do someone having a seizure. And it's not always so dramatic. But if you do have a history of the dramatic type of seizures, the renamed clonic-tonic, used to be called grand mal, and you have them often enough, so yeah, there's a good chance that you could die from pseudo. I mean, I know people who are, I know someone who's in his 30s, and when he was a kid and got diagnosed, that clonic tonic was what he had. But he did not die. So he was on CDEP watch, but he made it to his 30s, and there have been just strides of like so many differences. He's gonna get this weird laser surgery in his head that may prevent, that may get rid of his seizures. So there's a lot to learn about epilepsy, and that's what I'm promoting. That's what I'll be doing primarily. And I live in Boston. Since I live in Boston, I actually live in the area where they have, it's called near the Franklin Park Zoo. At the Franklin Park Zoo they have a light special playing that goes on till like September, October, I think. And like, if you're interested in it, you can Google it. Just Google Lights Franklin Park Zoo, Boston, and you should see how it's being advertised with the Boston Globe and local news networks, and it looks absolutely amazing. And I'm hoping to go with my mother when she visits. And it looks absolutely amazing, and I really miss my Ray-Ban sunglasses. And we're talking MIB, Men in Black, Ray-Ban sunglasses. I had those when I was enrolled. I was able to get sunglasses as expensive as Ray-Ban because of my seizures. Because the flickering sun, like, it actually irritates the crap out of me. But there's a lot of great historic sites that I can show through my content creation. And, talk a little bit about epilepsy. And then maybe talk about the Boston history. Like, because I used to work near the site where the Boston Tea Party actually happened. I used to have to cross the street where the Boston Massacre happened, which is the worst tourist place ever. So, actually, the Boston Massacre one, I probably will do. And I'll do it during when people usually go to lunch hour during the week, which is the worst time for any tourist to do it because people are trying to hear that, or 5 o'clock, and at the end of the day when people are trying to leave and all the tourists are in the way. Like, they are just the worst. They're trying to get that perfect picture to the point where they're practically gonna get, they're at the risk of getting hit. So, but it's actually an interesting sight to see. And there's actually one of the the train stations for the subway, also known as the T, runs directly underneath the old State House. So, it's like historically, like it's pretty interesting, and it, I mean the tourists are not interesting, but so I will try to upload this recording I'm doing right now. We're about 15 minutes through, so that's actually a good time to put something on YouTube or yeah, I think I'll put this on. I think I'll upgrade it to YouTube. Tomorrow I may try doing it. It'll go to my, because we have the Persona 3 Tartarus, Persona 3 Reload Tartarus, in the background. I'll upload it to my gaming site first. And from there I'll do some edits so that you can read the caption screen. And maybe if you stare at the video long enough, maybe there will be something there that will catch your interest. And I am working on an email list. Or I'm going through the training modules on how to do a effective and email list. So if you want like a link that where you can just go sign up with, that's one of the things I'm working on. First, I'm focusing my niche, my brand, and I will actually be posting. I will be publishing prologue to. I've been reading a bunch of fairy tale rewrites, and some of these rewrites are absolutely brilliant. Like, I got one that was kind of like a mix between Snow White and Robin Hood. And it was very well written. And just the dynamic between the two different types of... They're making the princesses more proactive. Or they're changing, because the Disney versions deal with a lot of tropes, so the authors kind of switch the tropes. But I'll try to publish something. I'll publish the prologue, and then I'll try to publish something weekly for a month, and then that will be the month September, and then I'll have to prep for NaNoWriMo. So once NaNoWriMo comes up, I'll probably write majority of the story that would be under Kindlevella, and I'll post it I'll probably post every day after NaNoWriMo is over and after I've polished the chapters, because from my own experience, the Kindlevella works a lot like either fanfiction.net, or if you're familiar with I have some issues with how it's set up, but the Better Alternative, it's where a lot of fanfic writers are going to now. AO3 or Archive of Our Own. So and when I post this, I'll actually post a link to Japchan, um, which is where I have a bunch of I have fanfiction I wrote when I was in college. I haven't written anything for 10 years, but that's a whole another thing. But I'm gonna post something in my fanfiction on fanfiction.net because I don't have an AO3 account yet. And mostly just to let people know about Kindlevella. And then we'll go from there. But yeah. Because it turns out content creation is not as easy as some people think it is. At least if you're looking to make money. And I have so many ideas for my niche, but I don't think I'm worried I don't have a niche, and I need to condense it and niche it down. Okay, so I'm going to officially shut up, and okay, I'm trying to figure out how to stop stop recording. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to stop because I actually need to go to bed. But when I post this, when I put this recording on YouTube, I hope you might find some of it interesting. When I do YouTube some of my YouTube videos, I'll probably have like a list of epilepsy stuff that I want to talk about. And at the same time, while I'm talking about that, I'll be deboxing something like, I've kind of gotten into the Monster High dolls, and they recently released, they're doing couture versions of Disney princesses, and at the same time they're also like it's kind of gotten to the point where things are getting interesting enough that I may start collecting Barbies. But because they're currently working with a Japanese artist, and I swear it looks like something from the 70s. It's so weird, and it looks so amazing. And then hopefully one day I'll be able to go collect full time and go to Amazon. I mean, not Amazon. Go to eBay and get the collector dolls that I missed out on. Because Disney had this wonderful idea where they did the premiere dolls. And it was most of the Disney princesses in the more popular ones, and they were wearing outfits based on the decade they were released in. And The Little Mermaid was the last movie my dad went to the theater to see with me. And they give her a total 80s look. because Little Mermaid came out in the 80s. And I want that Ariel so bad. Because she has these little neck glovelets. And, just the way her hair is, her outfit is amazing. And actually, Snow White is not one I'm a huge fan of. But her premiere doll, like, I mean, we consider the age that, the original Golden Disney era, the first era, Golden era, which was Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Snow White, think they're, I mean, really high. When Walt Disney released something, a movie like that, it would basically be gala level events, which you don't see for Disney anymore, especially because of Disney Plus. But they gave her a very classy, it was like the end of the black and white era, before the silver screen, and they were switching over to Technicolor. So Snow White has an extremely classy look. And at Saks Fifth Avenue, they actually did a version of Snow White. Her outfit was probably more in line with the time period and the origin of country of her story, but it had a little bird on her hand, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So if you live near Saks Fifth Avenue, or are within driving distance of one, I think they usually do it like around Christmas time. But keep an eye out, because they do some really nice ones. I got one of the ones that they created for Frozen 2, because they had Elsa in her queenly gown that she had at the very beginning of Frozen 2. And then I got Elsa, which is like, it's a borderline princessy dress, fancier than what she wore. Like, she was actually wearing heels, she wasn't wearing flats. And if you just watch the beginning of Frozen 2, you'll remember that. When, the song they do in the beginning. And it's fancier than, until Anna gets her own queenly outfit. It's fancier, and just, I want to take it out, but I don't want to take it out of the box. It's one of those rare, super gorgeous ones where I want to take her out of the box because of the way her hair, just the intricate way her hair is braided, and to use her as inspiration for writing and content creation. But at the same time, I don't. Like, I take her out around Christmas time, around Thanksgiving, have a little, if I can't actually do a Christmas tree, and I don't know if my new apartment will let me, if I'll be able to do a Christmas tree. I try to at least get greenery so that I can get that pine smell. And then I set up I set up I set up specific Frozen dolls because I'm surrounding this fir fir tree, which that's FIR tree that has a light dusting of gold on the evergreen. And I'm over 3 minutes, so I need to shut up. I will definitely be editing this as soon as I will definitely be downloading a copy of this so that I can go ahead and play around with it, and then I'll repost it to YouTube. Okay? Thank you for taking the time to listen. I hope you watch this little video, and I hope you watch this little video, and maybe check out some of the links that will be attached in the descriptions. At the very least, I will post some of the descriptions that are in post some of the links that I have available. Okay, have a good one. How do I do this now? Got way too long.